Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. Thank you for inviting me, Swamini Amma and all, Muralidharan sir and Shankar sir. Thank you for all coming here and attending this orientation program. So, my experiences with Amma, I'll combine both some Amma's guidance for our research as well as my experiences. So, it's not directly on, fully on experiences. Some of the research work which Amma guided, that also I'll put it some videos so that you will not get bored about. So much told about Amma, the compassion, research, compassion, love, and all of you have that. As Amma says, everybody have that love within us. Even Amma says, the murderer also has a love for his own children. Even though he murdered another person, but he has a love inside for his own children. So that is the beauty of mother's love and compassion. Coming to when I came inside the last first day, Madam was telling our goal is self-realization. Correct, Madam? Our dharma is self-realization. So someone has asked, I put some few slides yesterday night. Because of that, someone asked me, what is, how to get self-realization easily, correct? Someone asked to Bala sir yesterday. That is a very good question. That is why I put some few slides to tell how to achieve self-realization. Not easily, it's not coming in one day or 2 days, it will take some time. So before that, I met Amma, I will tell you in 2 minutes, then I will go into this. So I met Amma in 1991. My native place is Karnataka. So I was just doing my master's degree in Karnataka, one of the college, in government college. So I read Amma's book, autobiography, Amma's, you call Jeevana Charitra, in Kannada. I don't know in Tamil, I'm not much fluent in Tamil, but I can understand Tamil. So the thing is, I met Amma after reading this. I went to Allikavu, and Amma was giving darshan in a small hut at that time. One Kali temple was being built at that time, there in the front. Some of you might have seen that Kali temple, those who have visited Amritapuri. So I met Amma, and Amma gave every day. I was there for about a week time, and daily Amma was giving a darshan to me and asking me to sit beside her and showing love and compassion like her own child. So I was also involved some small seva there. In the night time, Amma used to come after the bhajan, and some sand seva was going on that side. They are filling some pits, water pits there, with pouring the sand into that. So Amma was the environment was very conducive for the spiritual growth. So I was listening Amma's bhajan. Amma was singing the song in Malayalam. Malayalam was new to me. Anyhow, Amma told, you come back, study further, Amma said. I was doing M.Tech, I told Amma, complete the M.Tech and study further and come back. So Amma has already planned for my life journey, how it goes. Already she planned it. I came to know later, because when the instances are, when you pass all these mileages, what we call the instances in life, so then later we realized why Amma has told me like this, why she said like this and all. We can go back and see. That is the one I told Amma. Then I was not happy to do further study after M.Tech, because study is too much study after M.Tech. I got bored. So let us go and join some job. I joined some job there. And what happened is, some instances happened in the college. There was a committee was coming there, and I don't want to tell many things about that. Something instant happened, I have to leave the college immediately. So that this was a plan of God, or Amma, whatever you say. So I had to leave the college, and then I approached my M.Tech supervisor. He told to apply for IIT Madras. So there is a job opening is there. You apply there as a research position, research associate like that. So I applied, and they called for interview. Immediately I got selected, and the guy told you do Ph.D. In this topic, in the research topic, you apply for Ph.D. and see how the Amma said long back to do further study and come, that was materialized very immediately. So I went and they selected, and I got the admission. Then I did IIT Madras Ph.D. in 1998. I met Amma in 1991. So after Amma's Sankalpa, that was came to truth. It was materialized in 1998. I received a PhD degree from IIT Madras. Immediately I got another postdoctoral fellowship at NTU Singapore. I went to Singapore, then stayed 6 years there, and I did postdoctoral. This is further research work. They were paid for that salary and all. Then I came back. I asked Amma 2-3 times. Amma used to come to Singapore program, and 3-4 times I asked, I will tell you, don't worry, I will tell you when you have to come. So this was going on 3-4, so Amma was not telling me when to come to Amritapuri. So later Amma said in 2004, after 6 years, she said you can come. So there exactly there was a start of mechanical engineering degree course in Amritapuri in 2004. So at that time Amma called me, and Amma gave me the post of head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. So we started, and all the labs were built, and like that it goes on. So recently Amma made me a Dean of Emerging Energy Technology in the Amritapuri campus. So, and also I am also director at the Center for E-Mobility, where we have done some solar electric research vehicles and all. So all these things about my biography, I think somebody else might have told already. It's also there in the website. So coming to our madam was telling about the dharma of ours, that few slides I will tell you about that. My time is said, they reduced my time, so I will finish it within that time. So the thing is, let us go to the first slide. Compassion-driven research, I will come back to that. About Amma, and then I will tell you some experiences with Amma. And Amma is God's love in a human body. Amma is mother of all. Everybody knows that. So here, in the 2002 Gandhi King Award for Non-Violence, Amma was being given award as that Gandhi King Award. And Dr. Jane Goodall referred Amma as God's love in a human body. There is no doubt in it. As Bala sir explained how Amma's love and compassion for all the beings without any differentiation between caste or religion. So that is the thing. Amma was conferred with many awards. I am not showing that because it takes time. Only one photo I have taken where in years Amma was given the award. So next one, please. So your question of someone asked God realization, because that was also my question, and many people also asked this question. I have also asked Amma, give me God realization, I will tell you that. So the goal of life, that is what the goal of life is, what God realization, because we have been created by God, but we are searching for it in time immemorial. We do not know when we have started the search for God. So that God realization or knowing yourself, both are the same, because we are part of God. We are not separate from God. We are tiny part of God. So we need three things Amma says for God realization. That is why I put this. Amma always tells about Shraddha, Bhakti and Vishwas. You should have all the three things if you want God realization. It is, what is Shraddha means? Awareness, alertness. When you are teaching this subject to your students, you should be aware, and student also should be aware. If student's mind is somewhere else, he will not grasp it. Similarly, whatever Guru says, you have to listen to the Guru, the Guru's instructions. You are also becoming a Guru now to your teacher. You may not tell directly about the Vedas or Upanishads or Brahma Sutras in the classroom. You will say about your teaching whatever subject, science, mathematics and other things. So those things you have to teach to the students. So then you need the Shraddha also, because you have to grasp first all the things, whatever you read, then you assimilate it with alertness, awareness, faith, then only you can deliver the lectures to the students in proper way. They also, disciple has to also should follow these three things. Then only he can assimilate your lectures. So coming to the Shraddha, that is to know God, Guru, that we need awareness. So you have to carefully listen to the Guru's teachings and follow the Guru's teachings. And then once you know this Shraddha or faith or alertness or awareness, then you can know about God. Otherwise you cannot know about God or any subject. Correct or not? Any subject, you say science or mathematics, you should have Shraddha in that. Means you should have alertness, awareness and faith in that. That whatever it is there, it is correct. It is not, should not have any doubt in that. If you have a doubt, you will not realize that. So you should have that Shraddha important. Amma always every day tells us, we have Shraddha for anything in your work. Then next, if you have Shraddha, you will know about the God, or you will know about any subject. So once you know about God, then definitely you will have a love towards God. That is called Bhakti. Bhakti or love for God. So when have a love for God, when you have love for God, you have Vishwas for God. What is that Vishwas? Yeah, surrender or a trust or surrender to the God. When surrender happens, automatically you get realization. These three things is very important for realization, self-realization or God realization. So how do you know God? God will not come and tell you, I am God. How do you know God? Pardon? How do you know God? Anybody? Please give that mic. God will not come and tell I am God, right? Amma also will not tell I am God. Amma is only giving the teachings of God, how to realize God. Someone was telling some answer, how to know God.
Through living Mahatmas.
That is one point. To live with Mahatma or take the teachings of Mahatma, madam.
Through good and bad happenings that happen in our life. Unexpected things happen.
Yeah. Unexpected things happens. So then you will go and search for God, right?
Before that,
any problems comes, we'll
go to God.
There is there in Bhagavad Gita Shloka. Swamini Amma knows that. There are 4 kinds of people. One is distressed, one is inquisitive, another maybe looking for wealth, money. So they won't go for God, Everybody goes to temple. Please give me God. You show, give me money, give me children, give me bungalow, give me car. So this is one type of, this one, the inquisitive is my highest thing. That is, I need moksha. Moksha or self-realization or liberation. Very few people are there. Thank you, madam. So the thing is, one person, madam said, that is, we have to approach a guru. We have to approach submissively. So then only we can know about God. Approach a guru or master who has seen the God, who has experienced the God, or who has experienced the self-realization. So then only you have to by the study of scriptures you have to understand. Nobody will tell you, I have seen God, because you may say that you have put your degree, MA, MSc. I have a science professor or mathematics professor. Then you will approach and learn mathematics. So like that, nobody will put the board, I have realized God, like that. Correct, madam? So, Swamini Amma. So, that thing is, we should actually study the scriptures. That is why Amma every day gives morning 8 to 9, our brahmacharis in the ashram gives satsang about the Shankara Upanishad, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Here, there, the God tells, I am God. Not, he will not tell, come and tell you, I am God, surrender to me, like that. In Bhagavad Gita, if you read, you will get all the answers for your life. Any doubt will be cleared in Bhagavad Gita. So, coming to that, that is very important. And as some of you asked how to get self-realization very immediately or very easily, Amma said, someone asked in USA, I went with Amma many times in US tour. One asked, same question asked, give me self-realization immediately. So what Amma said, first you have to leave all your vasanas, all your bad tendencies, all your evil thinking, thoughts, because mind should be very pure for seeing God. It is very, very subtle. I told you yesterday in the class. Remember? The mind, above the mind's senses are there, below the senses, above the senses, mind is there, above the mind, what is there? Intelligence is there, above the intelligence, soul is there, very, very subtle. You may see mind is very subtle, then there are gross senses. Senses are always going towards the objects. Go to the film theatre. Why you are listening Ganesh Udupa's class? Let us go to the film theatre or somewhere picnic and enjoy there. Because mind is so tricky. It is always pulling towards, all the five senses are pulling the mind. Mind says, God is also says the sixth senses, mind. So, it is always pulling towards the objects of the senses. So, you have to cross that. And then you have to go to the one step level, tell the intellect. Intellect tell, don't go to the film theater, listen here, listen to the class, go to the class, you are a principal, you are a teacher, go to the class, teach the students, don't go to some other way. So you have to tell the mind through your intellect. Intellect is above the mind. Above the mind, above the intellect, your soul is sitting. Your means yourself, I. What yesterday Balasa was studying, I, what you are telling, I did this, that I is yourself. That you have to realize. So many barriers are there. You have to cross, make your mind very subtle, and you have to reach there. So it is not a so easy thing getting in one day. You have to do so much selfless service like you are all doing. So that is why Amma has given more of us selfless service to purify our mind. Then only we can reach to that state of Amma state or the God realization state. So that is why the detachment, need of Amma is very important here. Detachment of the mind from worldly desires. So reduce your desires so that your mind will not deviate from the path of your God realization or self-realization. That's why mind should be surrendered to God. That is why Arjuna says, very difficult to control the mind, he says to Krishna. I can control the wind, O Lord, but I cannot control the mind. It's true, God says, and he gives two solutions. What are those? Anybody? God says how to control the mind. I think nobody has read Bhagavad Gita. How many have read Bhagavad Gita? Only one. So very difficult. Madam, we should give some Bhagavad Gita class at least in Amrita Vidyalaya, at least for at least 1 hour or half an hour. One class, either to the teachers as well as to the students. It's very, very important. Because I was not knowing Bhagavad Gita when I was studying. Nobody taught. When I come to Amma, I came to know so much of Bhagavad Gita. One whole session, Swamini Amma knows, whole Amma asked all ashramites to take one sloka of Bhagavad Gita, and it was given to all the audience, including the world. Online it was told about Bhagavad Gita. I also took one Bhagavad Gita shloka and delivered lectures. So 7 lectures I delivered sitting beside Amma. It was a chance to give all Bhagavad Gita as well as our research work, Amma guidance work, I also delivered. Swami Amma knows that. So like that, don't waste your time, very, very precious time, Amma says, this human body, because animal or any living beings will not understand this Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad. We have been given the intellect to know the things who we are. That is very, very important in life. If you miss that, you are in the cycle of birth and death. Always the cycle rotates. Who wants this? Anybody wants another birth? Here, please raise your hand. Because it's full of difficulties. It is never-ending solutions, because we are again going into the Vasana circle. I want that things, everything is going on repeatedly. We do not know how many births. That is why God has given human birth. Utilize this, self-realize this, do good things for the society, purify your mind and come to me, he says. So that is why when Arjuna asked Krishna, so I can control the wind but cannot mind. Then Arjuna, God gives a solution. 2 things he says. Put Abhyasa Yogena, and what is the madam? That shloka I also forgot. Huh? Yes. 2 things that Abhyasa means what? The practice. You should practice every day. Discipline your mind. Practice your mind. Daily do the archana, daily do the japa, daily do, when you get up from the bed, do some 5 minutes or 10 minutes daily meditation about God. Again, going back to the bed night time, again meditate. So, keep your thought on God in all your work. So, that is the thing he says, that the shloka I have written here, when he told about that. The another thing is renunciation. 2 things Krishna says to Arjuna. What is renunciation? So not to be attached to many things. Don't be attached to my family, my brother, my sister, my husband. Too much not attachment. Attachment should be on the God. Your mind should be God. Like Amma says about the Gopi story, Amma says, no? In the ashram, Gopis are all very much loving Lord Krishna. Always their mind was there. When they were selling the butter, they are selling the butter is for Madhava. When you are selling the buttermilk, they are calling Krishna. They are selling the ghee, they are telling Madhava. So they are giving all the items as Krishna's name there. Different names of Krishna, and they were selling this Gopikastris. So they were all engrossed in that. They realized God and they have become one with God. So that was a state of blissful state, but we do not know in this state what is the blissful state. I also do not know. I cannot, only Amma knows that. Whenever you meet Amma, you ask what is the blissful state of the self-realization or the God realization. So that is the one. Guru decides which path is best. When you go approach a guru, first you have to detach the mind. After all these things, we cannot directly surrender to God, because you can do the Shraddha, you can do the Bhakti, but surrendering is very difficult too. Because between Bhakti and Vishwas or surrender, you need Amma or Guru. Because we took Amma as a Guru, you can take your own Guru as you like, but make sure that the Guru should be self-realized. And between the Bhakti and Vishwas, you need a Guru. So Guru, what he says about, he gives the instructions about God, he gives the instructions about ourselves, the goal of life, he says about that, and how to surrender also he says. That means you have to detach the mind. So between the detachment of the mind from the worldly desires, you should have a desire. The Amma says, Amma never says don't have a desire. You have a desire. What is required? That you eat what is required. Don't eat too much. What will happen if you eat too much? You will lose your the health. So like that, you have what is required for one house and children, 1 or 2 children. What is required, you have that. and whatever things, material required for the house you gather. Don't gather too much. So what happens is, if you have, if your desire is not met full, if it is not what you call satisfied, then what will happen? If desire is not satisfied, you will get, what is Shloka Krishna says, anger will come. Correct? Immediately anger will come. Why he has not given? He has blamed me. So don't expect anything from others. Otherwise your mind will get disturbed. So another thing is, if you get this, whatever you desire, if you get this, then greed will come. Both Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Two problem. Anger comes, if you have more, greed will come. You will get more and more, I want more and more. One car, two car, three cars, or one bungalow, second bungalow, like that. So many things will come. That is why Guru says, some paths will give us karma yoga. That is what you are all doing, I am also doing. Karma yoga means not just doing karma. Just doing karma is not become karma yoga. That is because of our selfish desire. When you do karma yoga, your remembrance of God and do karma is called karma yoga. Whatever do, I am doing it for God. So whatever you get is a prasada buddhi, Amma says. Accept it as prasada. You offer it as a worship. Whatever you do work is a worship to God. That is karma yoga. Then you think that I am gaining for a salary, I am gaining for so many things. If you think only for that, your mind is always engrossed in that, I have to give more and more, then it will not become a karma yoga. So you have to content with what you are getting, and you give whatever possible to the world, that is the selfless service, whatever possible from your side, you can offer it to the society and accept whatever God gives as prasada, then it will become a karma yoga. So Amma says, Amma told, when I asked Amma, I am during Corona I went and told Amma that I have distributed those things, may get self-realization or God realization. Amma said, you won't get the God realization just by distributing all these things. You should have the mind where you are, for what purpose you are distributing. For selfless service, for the society, for God I am doing. Like that you have a mental. It will not come. And one more thing I said about in US, I forgot. One person asked Amma, I want God realization immediately. So Amma said, you come with all no vasanas, no much desires, don't have evil tendency, keep the mind pure. Then you come to me immediately, I will give God realization, Amma said. Immediate, somebody was asking, easily or immediately. Amma said, I would give you immediately God realization. Then one more thing Amma added, that you are silent. Amma added that if you, can you leave now your family and come to me? Can you leave your family? He was married, his wife is there and his children are there. Can you leave? He was in US. Can you leave and come to the Amritapuri? I will immediately give you God realization. Amma said. But for that also he was silent. He cannot leave his family. He is more attached to this family. And Amma said, okay, one more option I give. Don't live physically, just mentally live. I will give God realization. Third option. Mentally means, you understood? You stay with your family, you stay with your children, you stay with your bungalow, you stay with your cars, all the things, luxuries, but keep my mind on me and come to me. I will give immediately and easily for God. You don't need to do anything. Then that also he was silent. He cannot keep his mind focused on Amma or God. Can you, but your Ishta Devata is there. Maybe yesterday I went to Srirangam night with Bala sir. So when you see Srirangam, your mind should be on Srirangam. He is lying on that. You have seen, no, Srirangam? And also I went to that temple. What is the temple? Akhilandeshwari temple. So when you are praying Akhilandeshwari, your mind should be on Akhilandeshwari always. When you are doing the work, mind should be on Akhilandeshwari. And when you are serving your food to your husband or children, your mind should be on the Akhilandeshwari. I am serving it to Akhilandeshwari, not to the husband, not to the wife. both side I am telling. So mind should be on that. I am serving to the Akhilandeshwari this food. When you are giving children, I am serving to Akhilandeshwari. So like that you should have that. On that mind, what happens? Mind gets very purified at the state, and you will be one with Akhilandeshwari, and you will see the Akhilandeshwari vision at a time. That is a story, but I will not tell you. Time is very limited. So that is why the guru means the ignorance, removal of ignorance. Ru means destroying. You are also a guru for your teachers. When you teach it, don't teach something whatever in this your book. Read somewhat higher level books also. In your reading to the students, don't read only science, mathematics, what is there specified in the syllabus. You read beyond that, and when you read beyond that, knowledge will increase, and you can tell to your students what are the research going on, what are the things are going on, how to utilize this research and serve the society. You tell your students in the classroom. So that will benefit the student as well as you will also get satisfied in your teaching, because for teacher, when student assimilates your teaching, you will get more satisfaction. I think some of you might agree this, correct? So when you teach your students, if he gets satisfied or he gets a rank in the class, or many students get distinction or anything, so that means they have assimilated your teaching and you will get a satisfaction. So that is one thing. And the last is knowledge of God can be understood by approaching the guru. Next, sorry, I have taken more time. And I will just skip it. This is just informing. That boy said no, he could not, Amma. He just mentally also he could not do the thing what Amma said. And I asked Amma also, Amma, please give me God realization. When I first met Amma, Amma said, well, I'll do that. Yes. Amma said, when I asked Amma, please give me God realization, can you pass a student who has failed in the exam? Can you do that? Any of you? See, Amma asked me, when I asked God realization, give me immediately, somebody is asking the easy question, easily, can you pass any student in the class who has failed in the examination? So in my class there are 60 students were there and 4 students failed. So 56 passed, 4 students failed. So in that 4 students, 1 girl and 3 boys. This girl student approached me, sir, please pass me. I had to go to the job and join that and all, something. I said, see, you have failed, 15 marks less, how can you fall? 15 marks less to this. I can give some 5 marks. Or maybe maximum 6 or 7 marks, grace marks I can give. I showed the paper, nothing written, all wrong. Everything is wrong and nothing, so much of question paper blank, questions, nothing is written, that girl student. So what you do is, I will give one extra, I am a professor, I will give one extra question paper, very easy, along with the other 3 boys and you write exam. I will give immediately one question paper. You write exam, because I was not submitted the grade sheet to the examination cell. There was a time. So you write it and come. Not listening to my advice. That girl student, no sir, you want to pass me now, I will not attend the exam again, another exam. So this I told to Amma also. In the satsang, that is again I am repeating that. So this is when the student have this mentality or attitude. So it is not, but same thing happens to us. Amma gives the discipline to do this, do the japa 100 times. Amma gives a mantra initiation. If anybody wants, you can go to Allikav and get the mantra from Amma. Very, very powerful. It will concentrate your mind that you chant the mantra. Amma, getting from mantra from Amma. So that mantra is so powerful from the Guru. So whoever wants, you can collect it. Take Amma will give that. When you chant that, when you say, Guru says you chant 100 times or 1000 times, regularly we should chant. We should not miss that one day. We should chant the Bhagavad Gita or Archana. All this spiritual discipline we should follow. Without following any discipline, anything, give me God realization means nobody will give. What Amma said is correct. You cannot pass the student who has not written the exam well, correct? So you should not also do that simply. So you have to give another question paper, let them write, and then they can pass them. So give some more coaching also, correct, madam? Swaminimma? They can give one more coaching and make them understand your subject, then they can appear exam and pass. So the two kinds of people I told you. Some people wants immediate God realization. They don't want to follow any path of the Guru and will not get any benefit. The second person, the other wants the path followed by the Guru. What Guru says and the guaranteed success they will get. And Guru is like a GPS. In a car you have a GPS. Wherever you want to go to destination, you can reach. So Guru will take you to the God easily if you follow the teachings of the Guru. So we are a tiny part of God. I already told this. So that Maya creates an illusion. Maya is nothing but energy of the God, and it created an illusion that we are separate from God. Actually, we are not separate. Why? God says in Bhagavad Gita, I am sitting in the heart. In the Hridayeshi Tishtati, O Arjuna, I am sitting in the heart. Because the shlokas are there, it takes time. So that when you read Bhagavad Gita, you will understand that. So he is sitting in the God, he is so near to that, but we are searching outside. We are searching in all in temples or outside and all, we are going and finding out, keeping God inside. So you have to go inward instead of going outward. So there are two types of research. One is inward research, another one is external research. What you are teaching to the students are all external research. I am also teaching same thing, external. So there are two paths to God in that way. One is through the world you discover something and find out where is the truth. When the creation started, still scientists are all searching. Where is the end of the universe? Nobody knows. Trillions of galaxies are there. Billions of galaxies, trillions of stars are there. But where is the end? Nobody knows. They made a new telescope now, Webb telescope. After Hubble, they made, what is the other telescope? Anybody knows? James Webb telescope. Good, madam. James Webb telescope is more powerful than the Hubble telescope. So that has given such a broad view that so much of trillions of galaxies they found. But still they could not find the end of the universe. See this, God's creation. We are nothing in front of God. We are very, very tiny, insignificant. So we cannot claim, I did that. Nothing is there. I am nothing in front of God. I am just an insect. Small insect. So that is why please be, we all should be humble to God, should be humble to the Guru who has given this knowledge to us. Because without Bhagavad Gita or without the Guru's advice, instructions, we are not getting this much of knowledge anywhere. That is why I tell you, all of you, please read and understand. And that is why Krishna says, lastly he says to Arjuna, if you want God realization or self-realization, tadvidhi panipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. That means you approach a spiritual master or a guru, do selfless service, do his service, and then he will impart that knowledge or the absolute truth, who you are. That is what we are searching for millions of years. Without knowing ourselves, we are knowing many things. So that will be another aspect to learn who we are. From that, we are purifying the mind, we are doing the karma yoga by selfless service, we are purifying the mind. These are all step-by-step process. And from that, we are finally, whatever Guru says, we have to do that, exhaust our all vasanas, all karmas, and then finally we approach the God and we get the bliss and one with God, and there is no future birth and death for us. That is the end of that once you reach your goal. So the Veda Vyasa also says in Vedas, to realize God, surrender to the genuine saint, absolutely necessary. So I will come to that next. The compassion driven research, some half an hour, I'll finish it off. And I think all these things I told yesterday, some of you are not there, correct? Some people were going there. I will just do that. Amma is also encouraging us to do compassion driven research which will helpful to the society, because we should not be what is called three things, Prakriti, Amma says, Prakriti, Samskruti and Vikruti. You know the three difference? Prakriti means only taking from others, Prakriti, taking and not giving anything. That is all Prakriti type of people. They only grab, not sharing with anybody. That is Prakriti. That means they will see their own comfort, Prakriti people. Vikruti people takes others also. They have taken their portion, but they grab from others, Vikruti people. And Samskruti people, whatever they have, they share with others. They're beautiful, right? If you have extra, you can share. You can tell the students in the classroom. If you have 2 pens, give 1 pen to the other who is not having. Like that, sharing and loving each other with a compassion, that is a beautiful life in this world. Then Amma said, Amma has guided some of the projects which are all compassion driven, which will help the society. One of these we've got funding from the ISRO, ISRO Bangalore. We got funding and they gave salary for our students. It's all done by our students only, engineering students. And with our guidance, I have my guidance, some other Amma's guidance, plus some other faculty also guided our students. Whenever we got a problem, we'll go to Amma. Amma, please tell us what is the solution for this. Because this is the first time we received Chandrayaan. Chandrayaan means sending the rocket, sending the satellite, which is actually called moon lander. That you can see that we have designed that moon lander, and that has to go and land on the moon surface, and it has to conduct some experiments. What is the contents are there, whether water is there or not, what is oxygen is there. Moon, there is no oxygen. I told yesterday, there is no oxygen. How to live there? But people are struggling to find out. Chandrayaan 1, they did survey. In Chandrayaan 1, there is a water content in the South Pole and the North Pole. They found that, and then they did the Chandrayaan 2, where we were started. About 10 years we worked with the ISRO for this project, and about around 10 years. And Chandrayaan 2, I tell you that this was the project, this we did. Chandrayaan 1, I told that they found during 2008 the water content by ISRO. This is the water content at the South and North Pole. And then Chandrayaan 2 in 2019, see where we started this project. In 2019, 2012 we started, and 2019 they launched this Chandrayaan 2. You know the Chandrayaan 2, right? It was not successful. So Amma we went to Amma. Amma told, don't put all the shock absorbers. Shock absorber is absorbing when it lands on the moon, it should absorb the vibrations without destroying the top. Rover is there. You can see here rover, I showed you. That is a rover. This is the rover, and solar panels are there, and retro rockets are there, and all these things Amma told these lander, you put all the shock absorber. First we thought only putting in this primary leg, but Amma said put in all the legs. That was helpful for us. And also we told them also, the ISRO team, that we did a simulation and mathematical modeling. And then in Chandrayaan 2 we did, and also Amma gave one more guidance to test this lander in the artificial moon environment. They did not do. Chandrayaan 2, ISRO, artificial moon environment also they did not do. And one more thing is, we told to put 4, Amma suggested 4 things. The 4 retro rockets here, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. All the 4, instead of 4 they put 5. It got disturbed. So finally it crashed down, and Chandrayaan 2 crashed down, and again they worked from 2019 to 2023, Chandrayaan 3, and they rectified all these problems. They put instead of 5 engines, they put 4 engines. They tested artificial moon environment and it became a success. So by Amma's grace and our work also was happy. He came to Amritapuri ashram and he met Amma personally. Our Somnath, Dr. Somnath, you know, right? ISRO chairman. He met Amma personally. He met us also and he has given, thank you for your contribution to Chandrayaan-3. He has written in our report. I will show that report later. And this one is Chandrayaan-3. I told yesterday many things. I will not skip all these things because it is again duplication. I am just showing some photos, those who have missed it. This was the rocket used for that. This was the lunar module. This is actually the lander part. The part is which we have concentrated on the simulation of the lander, only lander part. We did not do the rover or anything. These rockets and all are by Chandran. There are 1,000 people have worked in this. Our part is very, very tiny because we should be humble to say our part. We have not done many things, only small portion which was given to us that we have, by Amma's grace, we completed it. We did a simulation. You know, simulation I told you yesterday. Those who have listened, please tell to others. So computer simulation, mathematical modeling, and from that we did software also. We wrote, for the students wrote a software. You know, Indians are very brilliant in writing softwares, not in hardwares, but they are brilliant in softwares. So we wrote and gave to them to do the simulation, and this is called another, which is circumambulating the orbit of the moon. This one. This will only land. This will disintegrate. This separate from this. This is called. I have written something here. The lander and the rover only have written. Then these are the Vikram, as you seen on this. This is taken from the ISRO website. This was landed on the moon surface. These are some of the things I told yesterday. Pragyan rover. This was the landing. You can see this, I think, right? How to play this? Somebody wants to see the. You can see here how our ISRO lander is landing on the moon surface. The small one, it is going here now. Can you see this? And the small one is, it may not be seen. Landing on the moon. Moon is nothing, so many craters are there. You have to land on a soft land. You have to control it and land.
Forward, just into the right level. 6.5. 30 seconds. Forward, just.
I will stop this and it's landing there. And the rover comes down and search for the water and other experiments. Science experiment it does. Yesterday I was telling that. I'll skip this.
540 feet down at 30.
And this was the lander I showed yesterday. These are Amma said to put the shock absorber. We have put called honeycomb shock absorber on the land and all the things. We have tested a simulation. You know, somebody was asking what is simulation. This is called computer simulation. How to play this? I don't know. Play is there? This is how we did computer simulation, and it will we will find out what are the forces are acting so that it should be stable landing without destroying the solar panels, your instruments, your control system. It should not destroy. That is known as stability testing. We did in this one. So these are the first model. Before asking Amma, we did this. Then Amma told we put all the shock absorber. We did the second model, and we did all the shock absorber. We put this. You can see in our website also some stability test is said. And these are things I am skipping here because of time is not there. Rover, because another 20 minutes is said. 10:20 I have to leave. So Chandrayaan rover is there. And this was the top part. We have done for student purpose only, for competition, as I said yesterday. We went for many challenges. Students are all, these are all our students. They went to America and they got some 20th position. I asked Amma, can I go? Amma said, you go with the students. So 20 students, I also went to Utah State, America there. And that was inspired, and out of 65 teams, first time they got, because all around the world they come and participate in the rover come. That was the rover, we made it, it's called a spider rover, 8-wheel rover. If you come to any students comes to Amritapuri, I'll show that. And this was a University Rover Challenge. Everywhere they started, Amma gave funding for us. She gave 10 lakhs for building the rover. And Amma gives whenever students are wanted to, they'll come and ask Amma, we are going for this project, this race, this competition, that competition. Amma is easily, okay, you do this like that, Amma bless this. And finally they got the 4th prize in the recent few years back. 4th in the Manchester competition, our student won the 4th prize. They are trying for that, improving from 20th position to 4th prize they came, 4th position. This is how the Amma's grace, we have to put a effort, nothing will come easily. You have to put a effort for anything you know, you have seen in your world. For anything to achieve, you have to put, pass the examination, you have to put the effort. For winning the prize also, you have to put the effort. So like that, and some robotic projects we did, I will tell you few projects in 10-15 minutes. And because time is very less. And this is a multi-fingered soft robotic and for prosthetic. But those people who have lost the hand due to accident. So when he approached Amma, Amma said, we made this rubber type of hand. This is like a rubber tube. Rubber tube you made here. This rubber tube you can see later. I will give to Swamini Amma one piece. You can see this. This is one tube which the hole is not made eccentric, circle, but it is made eccentric. So when you apply the pressure, for science students you can tell this to your students, when you close this one end and apply the pressure, it will bend like this. So you can hold like our human fingers, you can hold the object. So this is we invented first time in the world, this type of methodology. So we won the patent also, we got the patents. I got the award also recently. I went to Amma and showed that. Amma was, one photo also I took with Amma, with showing this award certificate. So Amma said, why you are putting the rubber, why don't you put the metal instead of this? She gave the idea. You know, what happened is when you put the rubber is very soft, right? But the rubber will not break the egg. When you hold this, it will not break the egg. So, Amma said, you instead of rubber, use a metal. Then we searched the metal. And we made a metallic hand. That right side you can see the metallic hand. This is the one. So, this was the made of rubber. This is made of nickel material. It's a metallic material, nickel. So, we made that. And that was successful. We was able to hold about more than 500 grams, this one. This was only on 200 grams. Now, we made one more hand, it up to reach 1 kg, one bottle, 1 liter of bottle it can hold. But it was not holding some 200, 250 grams. That was the limitations of the rubber. Because of that, we got one publication by Amma's guidance, Amma's ideas. So that is how this one small video I will show you. Please play that video. How to play in this? Play this quickly. I will show few videos of our Amma's guided research projects. This is one for humanitarian. Now our students are making a brain controlled. You know brain control? And they have a EMG sensor, electromagnetic electromyography. EMG means electromyography sensor. That will sense the brain signal and it will work as if we are working. How our human hand is working. it will recognize the mind signal and it will grab. This is the first hand we made with this rubber, then we made the metallic hand. Stop. Because time is less. Next. This is what we made, that bionic hand. We are working on that. 2 M.Tech students are working now. Play this 1 minute. When you give the gesture, that also opens and closes. This is the EMG sensor. EMG sensor in our muscle. Whatever we give, it will imitate. Robotic hand will imitate. It hold, it will imitate. This is the fast forward. I can see this. Hold. It's okay. Okay. Allow me to talk. Next project, Amma said to make some nurse robot for our hospital. We are making that. The video, if time is there, we will show that later, some small video. So it will go from one room to other and give the patients what are the requirement, medicine, food. We are making it for Amrita Hospital. In Faridabad, we have big hospital, and Kochi. This is a humanoid robot, and there is a one line. And other students are now trying to put 2 hands to that, this side and this side, like a human hands. Then it will be easy. Now we have only one robotic arm here to pick and place on the tray, and it will move from place to place. So to serve elderly people also in the home and as well as in the hospitals. Then we have something, humanoid robot. Time is fast, I don't. I talk more about. Please play this little bit. This also did by students, and they programmed it. Then we showed this to Amma. Amma told to make this robot to teach the students how to do yogasanas, how to do I am technique, how to do Surya Namaskara. You know I am technique? How many of you know I am technique? Nobody knows, only 1, 2. So, madam, I am technique basically, Samini Amma, I have to be introduced to them. What is I am technique? So, next please. Quickly I am skipping this. These are some students are very interested in engineering, but not in Amrita Vidyalaya maybe. Is it interest? They are interested? Okay. So, next one, Surya Namaskara. Amma told to teach the students through this robot how to do the Surya Namaskara. I showed this video to Amma also, I am showing to you all. A little bit of skipping. There are many asanas there, Surya Namaskara, Uttanasana and Hanumanasana. So all of you can do some exercise morning, the Surya Namaskara. That will help your health. Go to the next video. And we have our students, we are every year we do a tech fest in Amrita University. They showed in one of the tech fests the dance of the robot. They programmed it, our students. Actually we purchased these parts from some shops, the motor, controller, everything. They assembled it. They made the students made this. Fast forward. Forward. Our our students are very good in programming. Software programming. They can program whatever you want in the robot. And another program, another one interesting is Amrita Surya Vahini. We made one small tricycle earlier and we went to Amma. This tricycle will not be useful to society. You make a solar auto rickshaw, Amma said. And also after auto rickshaw she said should make a solar car. This is the one Amma is sitting here, is a driving force and inspiration. We got a patent also for this solar auto rickshaw. You see here, when we went to Amma told, you put the solar panels everywhere. We were not knowing this idea. Amma gave this idea. You see here how many solar panels we put in a small auto rickshaw. Can you imagine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 solar panels we put in the auto rickshaw. This is Amma's idea. And Amma told put sideways also, back side also. Everywhere we put and 1200 watts we get power. And it can go for 80 to 120 kilometers range. There in that, in our university, you can sit and ride. I'll show you the video also. Please next, please Amma inaugurated this. Please play this. Let them see. Can you give some 5 minutes extra, no leader, sir? I think you will not get bored now. Only videos I will show and finish it up. This is it. This Amma inaugurated this. Amma came, you know, Amma gives darshan for so many hours. After the darshan, Amma came. Wait. This is myself. I am praying to Amma to start the inaugurating this architecture. Amma drove this for some small distance. Amma herself drove. How many of you know driving auto rickshaw here? You can learn from Amma. You do not know. Amma is driving it. Very short. Video is very short. Because there is no space there in that ashram. So Amma just drove it. Standing beside Amma and explaining. Amma is just inaugurating this. This also there in our YouTube. We can see this. Amma just given this accelerator to inaugurate the bike. Students made electric bike. It's one of the project. It's an electric bike inaugurated. Then we made, Amma suggested to make a car. We made 2 cars now. One from Bangalore students also made. About and Amritapuri students made that. And you play this, please. Play this one. This is the auto rickshaw in the solar. See, Amma given the guidance back side.
സൂര്യപ്രകാശം ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഓട്ടോറിക്ഷ ഓടിക്കാനുള്ള ശ്രമകരമായ പരീക്ഷണമാണ് ഗവൺമെന്റ് ക്യാമ്പസിലെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ വിജയകരമായി പൂർത്തിയാക്കിയത്. അമൃത വിശ്വവിദ്യാലയം മെക്കാനിക്കൽ ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ വിഭാഗങ്ങളിലെ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളാണ് സോളാർ ഓട്ടോയുടെ വിദഗ്ധർ.
Solar energy നമ്മുടെ ഈ ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഫുൾ സോളാറാണ്, റിന്യൂവബിൾ എനർജിയാണ്, നോ എമിഷൻസ്.
7 മണിക്കൂർ സൂര്യപ്രകാശത്തെ നിർത്തിയിട്ട് ഊർജ്ജം സംഭരിക്കുന്ന ഓട്ടോറിക്ഷ മലിനീകരണം ഒന്നുമില്ലാതെ 120 കിലോമീറ്റർ വരെ സുഖമായി ഓടും. ഓട്ടോറിക്ഷയുടെ മുകളിലും പിന്നിലുമായാണ് സോളാർ പാനലുകൾ ഘടിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. ശ്രീ മാതാ അമൃതാനന്ദമയി ദേവിയുടെ ഉപദേശപ്രകാരം ഇത്തരമൊരു ആശയം വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ നടപ്പാക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. ക്യാമ്പസിലെടുത്ത ഓട്ടോറിക്ഷ ഓടിക്കുന്ന ഡ്രൈവറും കുട്ടികളുടെ സോളാർ ഓട്ടോ ഓടിച്ചു നോക്കി. ഇതായിരുന്നു അനിലിന്റെ പ്രതികരണം.
100% ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, പിന്നെ പെട്രോൾ ഡീസലൊന്നും ഉണ്ടാകും.
ഇന്ധനക്ഷാമം നേരിടുന്ന കാലത്ത് സോളാർ ഓട്ടോ എന്ന ആശയം പ്രാവർത്തികമാക്കിയതിന്റെ അഭിമാനത്തിലാണ് ഈ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ. അമൃത ന്യൂസ്, കൊല്ലം.
Like that you can pull this solar panel from the sides and you can keep it for when you are parking it. It will charge within 8 hours. It will charge the battery. So fully for solar driven auto rickshaw. This was Amma's idea. So we wanted to commercialize now. We are looking for some company with. We have also got the patent. The next one is I was driving car. Amma said to make a solar car. We made that. Amma is sitting beside me there in the one of the photo here. Here I am driving in the small area in that in the ashram. So we also that patent also granted for that. And this just a demonstration. You just see 1 minute. Sir has given some 5 minutes extra for me. Is it okay? 10, 20, 10, 15 now. So this is the small car we made here. It will go about 120 to 150 kilometers. With both electrical and solar. And we made another one 300 kilometers it goes, 300 to 350 kilometers in Bangalore campus. So next. And this was the work, solar electric car at Bangalore campus. This is one thing, why people are going searching for the space research. They found one, this is revolving around the Guru Graha, Jupiter. Jupiter has many asteroids. Have you seen asteroid? You know, right? Asteroid. So that is so many asteroids are rotating around the Jupiter. And sometimes it may hit also, but so God's grace it is rotating. One of the rock is made of complete gold, fully gold, iron and nickel. You can see that. And it cost, you know, how much? It is close enough gold to either make every person on earth a billionaire. Billionaire means become a very rich person. So that much of gold is there. So it costing about 10,000 quadrillion. 1 quadrillion is equal to how much? 1,000 lakh crores. 1 quadrillion. 1,000 lakh crores into 10,000. How much is that? So people are now very scientists want to bring it to the earth by using some technique. They wanted to bring it here to make it, but there are 2 problems are there. If everybody becomes rich, there is a problem. Correct? All the prices will go down. Correct or not? So there are 2 problems are there, but it is very difficult to bring that. It is in the Jupiter where we are. Where is the distance from Jupiter to Earth? Just simply they are dreaming. Some people are daydreaming, you heard? Like that. Don't daydream. Whatever possible you do it. Impossible is very difficult. People are dreaming it. That is, I am just telling that them. Some Elon Musk is dreaming this. You know, Elon Musk is there. He wanted to send all the people, some 1 lakh people or 1 million, 10 lakh people to the Mars. He is making the rocket for that. Going on for many years. And rocket somehow 90% he succeeded. Still lot of test is required. It has to go and come back to Mars and bring the people, send them on. One thing is Mars is, there is a carbon dioxide is there, full of carbon dioxide in Mars. Whereas in Earth, in the Moon, there is neither carbon dioxide nor oxygen in Moon. Very difficult to live. But we can live in Mars. Water also there in Mars. Also carbon dioxide is rich, 98% carbon dioxide. How you can live in Mars? Carbon dioxide we are not taking. They are breaking it into oxygen and carbon. And they want to plant there. So what happens if you put plants means these trees and all, if you put in the Mars, then it will absorb carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen. That is the idea. So they are taking all the seeds, put it there, the water is there. So they can, only hope is the man can live in Mars, not very difficult in Moon. Moon may be a stopover place, just take rest, some 5 minutes, stopover, and then go to the Mars. So this is how he has made an idea, that Elon Musk, and he is building the rocket for many years now. He told in 2024, his 2024 came, in next 2030 is postponed now to take the people to Mars 2030. This is how some people are dreaming it, but you dream what is possible from you, and I will tell you one story and then finish it off. And that is the end of that. These are my team for our Chandrayaan mission. Myself, second person, Dr. Ganesh Udupa, Dr. Pramod Sridharan, Mr. Dhananjaya Raghavan. They are project co-in-charge, and these are the things. The thing is, one small story I tell you about my experience. One of my student want to go to the job to Korea, but he got 2 jobs. One is in IISc Bangalore and also one is in Korea. He asked me, where to go, sir? There Korea they give him more salary, about nearly 1 lakh rupees. He got B.Tech. Here also, here is less, some 35,000 in IISc Bangalore. Where to go, he asked. So I told, I do not know, let us ask Amma. So we went to Amma. With that boy, I took Amma, and then I told Amma he has got 2 jobs, Amma, where to join, Korea or in Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Amma told, no, better you join Indian Institute of Bangalore, not to Korea. Don't go to Korea, Amma said. So he was very sad, the boy. See, Amma told like this, I have to, I would have earned more money in Korea. Why Amma told to do Indian job only. And next day he received a mail from that Korean professor. That is also one university for a research post. So he told, I am moving to Japan, don't come to Korea. Next day, that fellow, night he did not sleep also. And morning he received a mail from the Korean professor that I will not give you a job, you better you find another job. I am leaving Korea and going to Japan. So I told him, the boy, see, Amma said yesterday, same thing, you join this job, otherwise you will lose it, this job also. Because he has to give in writing immediately. So then he understood Amma's divinity, Amma's forecasting his career, what is his there. So that is how Amma gives like this many instances.
Thank you.
So, so that is the thing. One more shall I tell experience, because my 2 minutes, okay? So that was the story of one of my student, and one more thing Amma knows about. One thing happened to this one is, see, in US tour, I also go with Amma US tour. Some 9 times I went to US tour with Amma. Also went to Canada. So we do some survey and we visit some universities also to have some collaboration with Amrita University and the foreign universities. We have many foreign university collaborations. So visit universities and we talk to them, some research work, all these things. So one instance is Amma Guru Purnima was there in Toronto, Canada, in July, in 2019, July. So everybody was putting the garland to Amma. So I also want to put garland to Amma. So everybody was putting, so all are putting, why I am also missing that. So see, when the thought came, somebody called me on the stage. Amma was sitting on the stage for Guru Purnima, all Swamijis are putting. So one brahmachari called me, you come, stay, Amma is calling you, come to the stage. Then they gave me a garland, I put garland to Amma. See this, when the thought came, within a 5 minutes, Amma received that, my prayer, internal prayer. This was my experience with, direct experience with Amma. And another thing is, when Amma went for a South Indian tour, we were in the ashram, night time we do bhajans every day. As it is our ashram dharma, we do bhajans every day. And I went to South Indian tour where Amma was there. Amma was in Ernakulam at that time. I went to Amma and told, Amma, you are doing bhajans every night. Amma said, I heard your bhajans, you sing very nicely. You sing that bhajans, and also all were singing very nicely, I heard. See, there is no time gap or the distance. Amma is somewhere else. You may think how Amma heard. So once Amma becomes united with God or one with God, Amma knows the entire thing what is happening in around the world. All the things Amma knows. Only sometimes Amma acts as if she doesn't know anything. That is when she said, you are saying very nicely in that. There is no time gap or a distance gap between Amma and ourselves. So this is one of the experience I wanted to tell you that. And one more thing is NASA visit in Dallas. Or Balasar was also there, I think, at that time. So when he went to Dallas there, I wanted to visit NASA in that. So when I asked Amma, I want to visit NASA. Then Amma said, only one day left, how to visit and come back? 2 minutes, then I'll close it. So then Amma, somehow I met one student who was and I also forgot, and he told, sir, I took your class, in one of the class. I actually forgot. Now so many students are there, sometimes I forget to whom I have taken class. The student told me, sir, you have taken class to me, and my parents have come. I will take you to NASA and bring back within the one day itself, because next day you have to go to the next station, next program. So you see that. So Amma, when I prayed Amma, I had to go to NASA. Somehow it has arranged without my notice. It has arranged. When I asked him, he told, I am going to NASA, and he took me NASA, and I saw that. When I came back, I showed Amma some photos. I have seen all this, no need, Amma said. See, Amma doesn't need to see, sometimes you show as if you were seeing so many things. So Amma has seen everything, all these things. So Amma materialized my dream to go to NASA and come back within 24 hours. This is one of the experiences, just I wanted to tell you that. And I asked Amma that I have come to you, Amma, do I need to do sadhana? 2 minutes, Swami Nima, just one more last. I have come to you, do I need to do sadhana, Amma? That is okay, you have come to me, have you reached inside Amma? Amma said. Outside Amma you have reached, in the physically. Have you reached Amma who is inside you? Means the God, who God is inside. So have you reached that God or Guru principle inside? I said, I have no answer for that. Then Amma further said, when you see all outside people, when you see God in all, who are living or non-living, when you see God in all, when you love all, when you serve all, then you have no need to do any sadhana at all. That is the end of your sadhana. End of sadhana is when you see everybody else with equal vision. So when you see God in everybody, when you serve everybody, when you love everybody, then we have reached that goal and we don't need to do any further sadhana. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity. I wish you all the best, and you reach your goal, destination by Amma's grace, Guru's grace, God's grace. Om Namah Shivaya.